Man, what's good? What's good? We in this thing. I'm super excited to be here for the first official episode of Sports Bay, man. Y'all welcome. Like I said, man, I've been doing a little bit of sports reactions, sports things here and there, looking at old clips. I did a couple of those videos way in the past, and I really couldn't just get into the consistency of what I wanted to do till I came up with this idea, bro. Just pod it out. You can do a solo pod. Shit, if other people want to come and join in the future, that's cool as well. But starting off, I'm a solo pod, and it's gonna be a little bit of like a compilation type podcast where we reacting to a lot of things. So even reacting to like let's say a old game of, let's say, OKC versus the Lakers, since we talk about KD versus Kobe or something like that. I'll leave that probably towards the end of most episodes and things like that. So yeah, man, we got a lot of exciting topics and even a couple sleeper topics that y'all probably didn't think was coming. I know y'all see the title, LeBron's Bagless, KD versus Kobe, who's really better. I'll even throw in another one. I'm gonna do a KD versus Kawhi in this same pod because I seen some clips about Kawhi coming back. It's just brought up a pretty interesting topic as well. And yeah, we got a lot of other topics, man. We're gonna be talking about some football as well today. It won't just be basketball. That's the thing. When I say sports pod, I really do kind of mean it. Like, this will be kind of covering mostly football and basketball for the most part. But getting into it, man, this is actually a surprise topic, and I probably could have left it big screen. I don't really have any what do you call it? I don't have any clips for this one. But who do I think really ruined the league? And it's been a good conversation going on, and a lot of people be talking about the style of play, the three-pointers, not so much the lack of defense, but I think that's a part of it too. A lot of people kind of throwing in there, if it's all threes, there's no real defense. No one's really challenging the defense to do anything. Lanes wide open, all-time amount of threes. Like the amount of three attempts that the Warriors were shooting at in the beginning of their run, let's say they were shooting like 38 threes, 48 threes a game, that would be like the league minimum now. And that's almost insane when we consider what the Warriors was doing at that time. So a lot of things has changed over the years, but I'm here to be a little more spicier than that. And I think there's two culprits, to be honest. And I almost said Roger Goodell, but it's not Roger Goodell. It's the other commissioner for the NBA, and I low-key forgot his name since I spazzed like that. But Adam Silver, whatever, y'all know. So that guy, I think, is clearly a huge culprit and not standing 10 toes down. And I think from the player arrest and stuff like that, that's already been a conversation. But I think his main culprit and him being a super liberal commissioner is the crybaby superstar, the pouty superstar. And I think there's been one guy that the league is catered to the most, and to a degree, he's also given a lot to the NBA, but I think it has taken away from the product that was built by the superstars, and I'm talking about LeBron James. I think LeBron James ruined the league for a multitude of different reasons, from obviously the crying and pouting and stuff like that, always, getting his way with the league, not so much with refs, the league, jumping ship, the big three things. He literally dismantled the East. Like, he dismantled it from a competitive rivalry standpoint, even though there wasn't this like juggernaut team, which was more, due to them, the players on the Heat. But for the most part, those three guys dismantled the East for years. For years, the East was pretty much uncompetitive. When LeBron was on the Cavs, you had the Magic, you had the older Celtics, you had Atlanta, you had the Raptors, you have those type of teams, but you had the competition was a lot closer. LeBron and the Cavs were still figuring it out, but let's say even if LeBron would have stayed on that Cavs, they would have added one or two pieces over the years. They was always adding pieces, they just wasn't adding the right piece. I think the East would have been a little bit better in the sense of him competing, because the Celtics wasn't as hard as they was anyways. He kind of started figuring them out. The Magic, I think once you kind of play them once, maybe you can figure out how to do better, especially as we've seen LeBron get better when he got to the Heat. Like, we see him take a leap. So I think from a competitive standpoint, he killed the East. He killed the competitive drive of a lot of players with the it's okay to commingle, it's okay to coerce and come together when we should really be rivals. And I really do think it's a when you it's a conflict of interest. Like the players talking to other players, I get it. It's like I hear Gilbert Arenas. Hey, it's a sense of a new league. We're the ones coming up with these new genius ideas, and it's not the GM. I heard him say that recently. But at the end of the day, I think it takes away from some of that competitive edge that these players was having towards each other, especially when they like, man, yeah, I'm gonna play you in this playoffs, but we're gonna team up next year. And that's KD and OKC with the Warriors. Supposedly he had been talking to the Warriors early in that season. So what happens when you get to the playoffs? When you up 3-1, do you let off the gas? Do you not have that same killer instinct when you know these niggas fuck around and be your teammates next year? Like, who knows? Who knows what psychology and stuff goes on? But I just think there's a conflict of interest, and it's not great for the brand. I think LeBron James was the first flopper that was a superstar. Ginobili, the international players, like those guys was great. Like, good players, but you know they used to throw a little sauce on their flops. And we left it to them being international players. It was like, oh, it's cool. You know, they do it in soccer. That's their thing. It usually was synonymous just with them niggas. Most black people, most superstars did not flop. That shit was looked at as weak. I guess LeBron got tired of the Spurs doing it on him or whoever, and he started adopting that into his game. And now you see Joel Embiid flopping. You seen James Harden was, as much as I'm a Houston person, I love James Harden. He used to be able to hack the system and get more fouls than he probably should get with the flops. Devin Booker be flopping. I mean, bro, there's so many niggas I can name that flop-aholics, like, and huge guys, small guys, and I think LeBron set that example. If he's the leader of the league, if he's going to complain, if he's going to flop, why can't I? Why can't I? Outside of that, I think the Lakers being trash as they are, I think that's the reason for the play-in. I am 100% serious. I think this is conspiracy theory, but I think LeBron begged the league, just like, bullshit you or not, just like in 2020, I feel like he begged the league to, hey, let's put something together so I can get this chip. Gonna be the only chip I probably get with these niggas. And I'm so serious. I think he had ways of doing things to help his legacy in a sense. Let's do, and let's just be real. Let's look at why I have a reason to conspire. They won the chip. They won. He's, you know, hey, let's get into it. He's one of the guys I'm taking it super serious. He's celebrating. He's doing all these different things. They're locked in, but it seems like they was one of the main people that advocated. They win it. The play-in. One of the first teams to be in the play-in when the play-in comes around. They're like a 9th or 10th seed. Would have literally not made the playoffs if I'm not mistaken. I could double check. I'm not fact checking that, but they were in the play-in. I'm pretty sure they was one of the teams that wouldn't have actually made the playoffs if they actually only had 8 seeds. They made it to the Western Conference Finals. It's like, how ironic. Every time they come up with these new things, it always benefits the Lakers and them having flaws with the team, but maybe they can have a spurt run. Because you got to think, in a bubble, Lakers always was fucking hurt. So now they got a break, and they really only got to lock in for injury for like a month and a half. When historically, with AD and LeBron, they wasn't getting over that hump when it came to injuries. And they still hadn't done that since since Russ was there. They just kind of started getting more healthy after Westbrook left. So, with all that being said, it's like, ain't that fishy? And then let's go into the in-season tournament. I probably won't win no more rings, but what can I come up with to help me look like I was a winner even more? Play-in. I mean, not the play-in, the in-season. Who wins the first annual in-season tournament? LeBron. How ironic. And like I said, this is my conspiracy bag, and this is how I look at things just throughout. A lot of shit been hella convenient his last couple years on how things have been around. Like, a play-in, nigga? 8 teams is enough. We don't need the 9 and 10 seed. That was the 9 and 10 seed all fucking season to be trying to play into the playoffs. They suck. They suck. I'm sorry, they suck. Unless it's the West, I can kind of get it. But, yeah. So, all that player movement, all him jumping from team to team, and then the worst part about it all, the forcing trades, the using your leverage to make your ownership and your GMs do everything you say. And it gets to a point where you're getting away from the team dynamic and everything's about you. And how often have we seen superstars do that? It's not about the team. I'm gonna rest. I'm not gonna play any back-to-backs. I'm not gonna do this. Paul George talking about, I don't want to do dirty work. It's like these niggas just start getting what? Like, what are you talking about? The max players are like lazy now. When you guys was ones that's expected to do everything, and I get it, it's like a superstar always had a window and always had a certain expectations. But as I've heard people say, it's like LeBron is feeling entitled to these things, and he's going to force a hand or leave. And the trades that he has made over the years to get rid of people and cause turmoil, like a lot of people don't like to talk about it. The reason Kyrie Irving left so early is because it was whispers that he wanted CP3 or PG. Kyrie didn't like that nigga. We just won 3-1 against the Warriors. Why not just try to add pieces? Why get rid of me? Kyrie, he's an independent thinker, a man of his own. Nigga, fuck it. I know my value. I'm gone. Then he trades. So he's out of there. Now you got Isaiah Thomas, George Hill, and you're trying to do trades for Rodney Hood. You're just trying to force your team to do whatever type of trades. You're just doing whatever. And it killed the team. All these different like micro movements and trying to be a GM is more for your feelings more than like this is actually going to cause production. Like, why do you need CP3? You are CP3. Why do you need another? Like, why did you need Russell Westbrook? Like, that's not even smart GM shit. Y'all do the same thing. Unless you just knew he was coming off the bench regardless. But then it's like, is he the best person to try to let's force a superstar off the bench when he just came from the Wizards and took him to the playoffs? Like, that's not GM material thinking. So it's like his little micro aggressive management style is, I don't know, I might even need to call it micro. It's pretty up there in front if you know. His people, let's say, I didn't even think to get this deep, but the riches, the sports agency that he has, how that's caused a lot of colluding with the players and stuff like that. Like, it's almost a conflict of interest when all the players want to play for him, damn near. That's signed to the LeBron agency. So it's just little stuff like that over the years. And like you said, how he did the Lakers, bro, I think that's the greatest example of how he did the Lakers. And I even got another example, and I'll get off of that after this. LeBron and how he did the Lakers, bro. You got rid of Kuzma. Y'all got rid of Ingram. You got rid of Lonzo. You got rid of Julius Randle. You got rid of Pitts. Like, you got rid of so much young, good talent that if LeBron was just patient, 2-3 years, those guys are going to keep developing and getting better, especially if LeBron makes everyone better. He's this GOAT. He's this IQ whiz. It don't matter who he plays with. He could carry them. So you carry these young dudes, you give them some experience to a point where you mold them to how you like. But they actually got talent. Like, we seen Brandon Ingram take a leap. We seen Kuzma be able to be a solid role player and a solid player if you let him, do his thing. You see Lonzo make his leaps at the Pelicans, and even when he got to Chicago, his shot had got a lot better. He got a lot more confident on the court. All those different things. You see, if y'all keep Alex Caruso, I don't know if that was a LeBron thing or just whatever, but if he says he wants Alex Caruso, they got Alex Caruso. If he stays, if Julius Randle stays, it's like that team has a lot more. And then AD comes in the offseason. Instead of trying to trade, because that's what I mean by taking micro managing shit. A GM like, well, if you got heavy ties with this guy, we got a good young core. We can wait 2 years, LeBron. We won a bubble ring. That was he got there at 18. The bubble ring was in 2020. AD would have been coming in the next year. I think AD had like 2 years left on his contract or something like that at Pelicans. Y'all sign him then. You keep your young core. And my last example, the Miami Heat. He left because D-Wade's hurt. We don't even know about the Chris Bosh health, like him not playing the rest of his career. But you still had Chris. You still had a good coach. You still had a good organization and a GM. You want to know why? These niggas then went back to the finals twice without you and D-Wade and Chris Bosh. If you would have stayed on the Miami Heat when D-Wade, because I think D-Wade still has some flair. The nigga was trying to beg D-Wade to come to Cleveland 5 years after they ain't left. But imagine if you still was juicing out the rest you could get a D-Wade pause in that let's say though that the first 3 years you was in Cleveland, but you still in Miami. You still got Pat Riley being a great GM. You still got them veterans coming to play with y'all. You still got D Wade, not as 100%, but he still was a B player those 3-4 years after LeBron left. The nigga was still hitting game winners and shit. He was still carrying teams on certain nights. Like, let's be real, Chris Bosh still was productive until he had his unfortunate heart situation. And then after all that left, let's say D Wade's getting a little older, you still got Pat Riley making a bunch of moves, bro. Pat Riley added so many different people. Eric Spoelstra is known to coach up a bunch of different role players to be better than what they are. And that's one of the problems with the Lakers. It's like, how can we make a functioning team? Like, these players be good as soon as a nigga gone. D'Angelo Russell, 20 points, 10 rebounds, 10 assists. It's like, it's clearly a mix of the system, not knowing how to use role players well because the LeBron James system don't really mesh well with everybody. But when you got Eric Spoelstra there, maybe he's able to think, all right, I got a LeBron James system, but how can I develop these guys around him to still be productive? So a lot of LeBron James movement, like I said, has just been a little counterproductive, and I think it's affected the league because other players is taking his example. Now let's make the Nets. Let's build KD and Kyrie and Harden. Let's build that team together when all y'all are inconsistent mentally and physically to some degrees. Like, that wasn't a smart GM move. But hey, LeBron James is making moves. The Warriors was a good move. I say that. Him going to the Warriors, that was stupid crazy. What's another one? The PG and Kawhi. If Kawhi was really a GM, he would have never wanted PG. He would have kept, say, Gilgeous-Alexander, and he would have let the Clippers keep building what they built. Now, you would be like, well, they couldn't have built that without all those picks. But that was actually OKC with the picks. OKC got the picks. So the Clippers would have kept them picks along with, you have Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, which has been in MVP talks, while Kawhi is still on this damn in and out run. He would have been helping carry teams. Then you got Kawhi not having to be the leader, but he could do his thing. Like, bro, that team would have been great. A lot of this player movement, acquisition, let the players kind of dictate things, is taking the league to a place that I don't like. And I think it's because of, it's getting out of that team aspect of things. It's like, think about a team dynamic, and I'll leave it at this. If my player that's supposed to be like, I'm in the trenches with, like, this is wartime, we go to war together, like, this probably be my brother, we blood, sweat, and tears, bro. Secretly, this nigga thinking about trading me. You know how dysfunctional that chemistry will start to corrupt that team? It's like, it's just not in the best interest for the players to be locked into what the team need to do, what the organization need to do. It just starts to, like, that's not your role. That's why we got all these millions of other people. We have 1,000 positions in the office. Don't need a player in there as well, unless it gets to dire needs of, like, all right, we're on our last couple options, and we really just want to hear your input. And that's special circumstances, not, yeah. So that's what we're in with the LeBron James has ruined the league. And I ain't even getting to not doing a dunk contest, like the All-Star game not being taken as seriously. I think that's all a product of LeBron. LeBron had some bad moments in the All-Star game. You remember that moment when Kobe looked at him like, bro, shoot the ball. KG, Paul Pierce walking up to him, bro, you supposed to shoot this shit. You passing it, you turn the ball over, nigga, shoot it. LeBron ain't like that moment. LeBron don't like embarrassing moments. That's why he never do the dunk contest. Now other stars don't want to do the dunk contest. Now All-Star Weekend is born. It used to be a time where, nigga, if you the top dog, you're going to keep proving you the top dog at All-Star. Well, this, you know, it's the micro killing niggas. You ain't got to kill niggas. Like, hey, I wasn't full sweat when he crossed MJ, but, nigga, it was a moment. You still going to have moments out there. Nigga, these niggas is laying on the ground, and that's the product of who's the best player. If Jordan was taking that shit serious, everybody else was taking that shit serious, because you wasn't going to let Jordan cook you. Like, you don't want to get cooked by this nigga another time while everybody's watching in the whole world. If LeBron going out cooking, taking that shit serious, other niggas going to take that shit serious. If LeBron was doing a dunk contest early in his career, bro, just imagine who could still be doing, how serious would be still taking a dunk contest. I rest my case. But, and some other news, man. My boy Russ is on a hell of a redemption arc, and honestly, bro, I'm so proud of my boy, man. I'm so proud of my boy. He back to intimidate niggas, man. He's back to doing his team game, making a team better around him, just being an explosive guy, bro, and just honestly unstoppable. I just wanted to watch a couple shorts just to relish in the moment, man. But boys getting double, triple, getting two triple, like him and Jokic getting triple doubles at the same time. Like, bro, these boys is on some different type of timing, and they thought my boy was done, and he's not. Let's get it. Let's watch some of these clips.
You've won 74% of your games when you have a triple double.
Really?
And to me, that's probably indicative of something about how you probably can impact the game in positive ways.
74% you said?
Yeah.
Damn. Is it 74?
74.
So that's a winning percent.
You gotta think players that score over 30 points might not even be over 74% wins. Players that score over 35 points, they probably not even at 74% win. Every time they score over 35, or every time they score over 30, they win 74% of the time. Like, bro, that's a hell of a stat, bro. That's a hell of a stat. So that just say to me, bro, I know OKC, bro, it wasn't Russell Westbrook's fault when them niggas was losing. The first year, the bench was fucking horrible. Really, every year the bench was fucking horrible. When Russell go out, horrible. PG was very inconsistent. Melo was there. All that shit just was inconsistent. The coaching was inconsistent. Yeah, but Russ, he was doing his best to carry the team. If he actually had some role pieces around him that was supposed to fit him, it would have been crazy. That team was built to be around KD. KD dipped, and they kind of was just working in pieces, working in shambles, but they still made the playoffs.
Yes.
Damn, that's crazy.
Jokic is 79.
Shit! That's crazy. 80% is crazy.
74% of your games.
Where Trevor used to dunk.
Let me see.
It's such a momentum builder if you get it.
It's tough, bro.
If you let it happen,
tell a nigga what he about to do.
End, it's a deflator. So DeAndre.
Give me that. Hey!
Westbrook's there again. He knifes in and says, "How about that?"
Told him you better box out.
It's such a momentum builder if you get it. And if you let it happen on your watch at the other end, it's a deflator. So DeAndre. Nope, and Westbrook's there again. He knifes.
Hey, man. My favorite player of all time right here. No one plays with the intensity, bro. No one plays with the passion, bro. And then don't even mention the actual skills.
Look at that.
Play defense. Like, come on, bro. They do everything, bro.
Now Westbrook's on the run. Westbrook all the way.
Looking like the old
Break
school
it up,
Russ.
Russell. Look at that.
Like, what was playing Wemby, ripping Wemby. Like, it ain't just KD. Let me see if we got any other one. Matter of fact, I don't know if this gonna work. We're gonna see. I'm gonna double check my. See if we can. Oh, that's the NBA now. We can't watch the NBA 3-minute clip. That ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna work. But yeah, we got a couple of them clips off, man. Russ been doing amazing. I just wanted to give some salute and some love to him, honestly. But getting to the next topic, getting to the KD versus Kobe Bryant conversation. Man, it started from Twitter. I think it was a little irrational. I would rank KD above Kobe, not say AKA, coming from Chandler Parsons on all-time rankings. So this is similar to my KD versus LeBron conversation. I used to think KD was better than LeBron until I realized it's not about how it looks, it's about what gets done consistently. KD has a great bag. KD has a deeper bag than LeBron James, but LeBron James uses his bag, whether it's simplistic or not, a lot more efficient than KD, to a point where it leads to championships, where it leads to more Eastern Conference Finals or conference finals appearances in itself. And I think that's what matters the most. Like, KD is a phenomenal talent, but at the end of the day, Giannis can't pull up for three consistently. But I take Giannis 50 because I know he's going to get to that post. I know he's going to be aggressive, and I know ain't nobody going to stop it. Like, it just, like, it's only one goal: get the ball in the basket. Now, how pretty it look, that's up to the player, but nigga, who getting the ball in the basket? That's all that matters. So I love KD, but when it comes to the LeBron conversation, I don't think it's close. When it comes to Kobe conversation, I don't think it's close. Like, KD's great. but in so many different dynamics, Kobe's better. You can obviously start with defense. It's not a conversation. Who's a better defender? Who's a better leader? Who has better all the mental categories? Who's more of a killer? All these different things. Because as much people like to say, those are things you can't measure. Everyone I tell you that's been in sports that majority of the game is mental, especially the higher level you get up. Majority of the game is mental, and I think Kobe dominates in that level. And then when you talk about on court skills, 3-point, KD got it. Handles, I'm giving it to Kobe. Kobe wasn't just like ripping. He wasn't slipping on the court. Like KD got some bad moments with the ball, some bad turnovers and big time moments with the ball. Where Kobe, he wasn't necessarily doing tweens and all that type of stuff, which he was. Yeah, I'm giving it to Kobe. He was more secure with the ball for sure. If you ask me, you talk about mid range, KD's a little more efficient. But when you talk about Kobe, bro, I think, especially when you add the post-midi game too, I got to give it to Kobe. He's going to make tougher shots in those moments that you need it. Like, KD's great, but sometimes when you talk about those big-time moments, bro, he ain't fell short. Some of them mid-range start not falling. And when you talk about getting to the basket, I'm taking Kobe as well. Like, KD's great. He's lanky. He can get to the rim, but Kobe, like, bro, he killed people in the low post. He's going to pump fake you. He's going to get a foul of anything. Like, I just give it to Kobe in so many dynamics. Like, man, yeah, when they played against each other, Kobe was kind of on the way out because OKC beat the Lakers a couple times in the playoffs. Those last couple, like 2 years of Kobe making the playoffs, I think OKC got him out of there. But that's the end of Kobe. When we talk about prime Kobe, I don't know, man. I think KD's up there. I can't say it's super far off, but I don't see how it's the conversation, bro. 5 rings, and like, bro, it's not even 5 rings to like 2, and 2 was like, bro, you went to an organization that was already built to win rings. Like, it's just not a comparison. When you talk about KD being on his own, when he was with the Nets, didn't really get to do much. When he was at OKC, you had a lot of tremendous talent around you. You didn't get the job done. And yeah, I just the Suns. We see how that's working out. Yeah, I can't do it. But yeah, I don't see how this became a convo. But it was a couple people came and talked to me in the chat or in the comments. I said KD more efficient. But yeah, the quiet 30 for Kobe. I mean for KD. Kobe really never had those. There'll be moments where, let's say, like KD will have 18 points throughout the game, but it's like they're not keeping the momentum. The other team is kind of killing with momentum, and it'll get to the fourth, the last like 5 minutes. KD will just start chucking up threes. He'll knock down about 5 threes or 3 to 5 threes, and maybe cut the score down to like 10 points, where it looked like they might have a chance again. But most of the time, they still end up losing, and now he has like 30, 35. You're like, damn, he went off, but what the fuck? The game don't look like it. Trust me, bro, I'm not capping. I was the biggest OKC fan. Probably still am when you talk about that era, bro. I still in love with every aspect of that team, from Ibaka, Steven Adams, bro. Like, bro, that Deion Waiters, like, bro, even the Kevin Martin years, like, nigga, I was there, bro. I was there, rooting, doing whatever. So, let's see what the response was. That's such BS. First look at OKC team. KD has been on the Nets teams, other teams, the Warriors, other than the Warriors. That's when you could feel that way. Somebody having a quiet, high-scoring game just means he did it effortlessly. I disagree. Because I've seen LeBron score effortlessly. I've seen Jordan have an effortlessly night. Like, the nigga had 40, but it's like the nigga killed you every time. Like, the other team make a run, he come down and answer and respond. Or he respond with their arm run. Or they're the team that's only having the runs. I'm with KD, it'll be moments where you like, Russ trying to get him the ball, but he's fighting in the low post. Russ trying to get him the ball, but he's fighting on a high key, and teams getting physical with him, and Russ has got to look away and go do his own thing. And it be in clutch time moments. It be in momentum changing moments, bro. I witnessed it. You got to think about it. Look at this. I'll pull up an example. OKC versus Warriors, Game 7. The turnovers are the two turnovers that the Warriors, that the Thunder gave up at the end of the game are simulating both of it. KD trying to fight at the high key. It might even been even higher than the high key. It might have been at the 3-point line. And the ball just ended up getting loose. I'm almost not mistaken. Let me see. Is it Game 7? Let me see.
Nice profile.
Ready to take.
Damn, Ants is not playing, but give me some drink real quick. YouTube ain't playing with them ass no more. They might not even show the turnovers. Yeah, I don't even think they ain't even show the turnovers. I'm trying to find how that game ended, but it was essentially that same type of problem. Let's see if this shows it. Okay, yeah, this is the fourth quarter too.
Well, here we go. We're coming up on 5 minutes remaining. The winner advances to the NBA Finals. Thompson for three. Klay Thompson from downtown. He's hit his sixth after coming off that extraordinary performance in Oklahoma City. Westbrook lost the handle. Here comes Green. Trying to get it down low. Ball is deflected out, kicked out. Poole. How about 17 threes now in the last 2 games? Curry, Iguodala. Iguodala working the post, throws it out. Green for 3.
Green used to have that burner, boy. It used to be so annoying. Draymond used to kill boys.
From downtown for Green. 4.5 remaining in the fourth.
So KD was trying to establish that post, like I said. He got it to him, though. But let's see what happens. That was KD thing, bro. This was KD thing. He loved that shit. And it don't always work, bro. I don't know why he loved it so much, but he loved trying to establish that post. And a lot of times he get caught up in traffic. It'll create, it slow down the game. It just wasn't in the flow. All of a sudden, he tried to get into the post. Okay, see a fast team. They shoot threes. They pick and roll. They hit the open shots and hit middies and stuff like that. It just was times where he'd try to slow the game down. I'm not mad at it. It's just it'll happen where teams will get physical with him and he wouldn't adjust. He'll keep doing it the whole game, trying to fight for his position, try to show that he's not weak, and he just got cooked. It's the same thing that happened with the Celtics, bro. The Celtics bodied him up. Brown, Tatum, bro, they got physical with him, bro, and he looked like a shell of himself.
That's all they did, but Barnes now with 5 points, 7 rebounds.
How about the defense by Iguodala to force Durant into that tough fadeaway?
Thompson. Barnes right over the head and knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Robertson of Oklahoma City. 2 and a 20. Golden State 2 full and a 20. Just under 4 remaining. Thompson open for 3. Curry was walking away. He was so certain that Thompson would knock it down. Westbrook up the step. Westbrook with a strong move to the basket.
Beautiful crossover and finish for Russell Westbrook, but can they stop him at this end? Especially Curry and Thompson from behind the arc. Great ball movement.
12 assists. See, that's the thing. My thing with Rush, they was like, Rush don't feel facilitated. He ball hog. He was taking shots away. Nigga was 19 points, 12 assists. Shooting 7 for 20. Not the greatest shooting. But Warriors had good defense. You can understand that. It wasn't going to be great all the time. But he was facilitating the ball, bro. That was the least of KD's problems, bro. KD just wasn't aggressive. He had kind of an AD kind of thing sometimes where he wouldn't go overdrive mode. He'll do what he needs to do, but he wouldn't go overdrive.
Win by the Warriors.
88-79, Golden State, after trailing throughout the first half. Nice move by Curry.
He cooked him. KD got cooked by Curry.
He went to the crossover. 30 points for Steph Curry.
And they wanted to laugh about.
Maybe it was game 6. Look at
Russell Westbrook and
turnover.
Well, who's laughing now?
That's what I was saying. Like Kobe didn't have them slipping and falling moments like that. When like it'll be key moments, bro, where KD really got to step up and he'll trip, bro. Like he used to fall a lot, bro. In OKC, niggas don't talk about that, but it'll be times where it's like 2-point game. You think he gonna get up a good shot, the nigga slip in half court. I swear to God, bro. Like it happens all the time. But I love KD. KD's one of my top 5 players of all time. But that's my personal favorite. I don't think he's a top 5 player of all time.
Steph Curry pumping up the crowd. Not that this crowd would need it.
Plus 84 from downtown for the Warriors.
Just under 3 to go. So Durant now with.
That's the thing, KD, bro. He was gonna always keep niggas in the game though. That burner, if he got streaky, it was enough to keep a team in the game.
Hits the 3. That's
I will say that.
of the night. An 8-point Golden State lead.
Yeah, but he's only had 9 points over the last 2 quarters.
Here is Thompson on a fadeaway.
That's it, in and out.
Box out by Robertson.
OKC needs to push the pace, not taking bad shots, but seeing if they can get an easy, quick look.
Durant kicks it back out. Robertson passed on the shot.
Robinson shouldn't have been on the court.
The step back.
Roberson.
Back tap kept alive. Coming up on 2 minutes to play. Here's Durant on the drive. And they say it is a blocking foul. Durant 2 for. And at one point, Kevin Durant is on fire at the line. 91% in all.
KD got cooked. KD got cooked.
And last touch by Golden State.
If it wasn't that, if he might have poked it out too. He might have recovered good enough, but Curry cooked him. Yeah, he poked it out, but Curry blew by him.
By Golden State, so the ball back to Oklahoma City. They're down by just 6. A minute 52 remaining. The next foul will put the Warriors over the limit.
As we saw in Game 5 of OKC in their comeback, they're never out of it with their 2-star players.
Durant, yes, over Thompson. The lead is down to 4, and Steve Kerr saw Curry and Thompson. They've each.
Bro, this is a crazy ass series.
3-pointers. A minute and a half remaining in the 4th. The winner advances to the NBA Finals. 4-point lead for Golden State. Green lost the dribble, and he is tied up. No! Timeout call. He was about to be tied up. About to be tied up, but called for the timeout.
Like it was going to be a 10.
Go. In the 4th. Iguodala gets it in. Curry puts the move on, and he.
Hell no. Hell no. That's I ain't gonna lie. That's a bullshit foul. That's a bullshit foul. That's a bailout call right there. I forgot about that foul. That's a bailout call right there. They say them niggas. Cause that put them up 5, 6. That's a crazy swing.
His rhythm. A 93-86 lead for Golden State. Coming up.
That's a good move.
Remaining.
Bad shot though. Good move, horrible shot. Why you just didn't keep attacking to the basket? So like the IQ, I don't know. Kobe got him, bro.
A minute remaining. A 93-86 lead for Golden State. Coming up
He blew.
on
Man, go dunk on that nigga. Fuck Draymond. Only nigga in the paint for real. Go dunk that nigga.
minute remaining. That shot by Durant is off. And picked up by Iguodala. Here comes Curry. And he pulls it back. Now 1 minute to go. Curry makes the turn.
Yeah, it might have been game 6 that I'm thinking about.
Harrison Barnes going in and out on that three-point attempt that would have brought this house down. Durant.
Yeah, it was game 6. I'm mad that I even went through all of that. I'm gonna try to find it real quick. We ain't gonna watch the whole thing. India flies annoying.
With Fargo, your
Yeah, I think it was game 6. I'm just looking for those turnovers where it was like crucial moments, bro. It was some moments in there where he fumbling, failed, bad mid-range. It wasn't mid-range really wasn't falling. He went like 2 for 3, or I mean not 2 for 3, 1 for 3 in that middies that he took. But that foul really what took the game away.
Curry had it knocked away.
It was just the same.
Record for Klay Thompson. Curry played by Westbrook. Curry from deep. Yes! A three for Steph Curry. Brings to the front court. Here's Curry for 3. Yes! And the game is tied at 99. And trouble entangling from Barnes and takes the shot. And it's Robertson able to score off the loose ball. Again, it is Iguodala. Thompson fires for 3. Yes!
Man,
Golden
it's on the
State
score
by
now.
3. Curry works it down. 5 on the 20.
They ain't, man. Wow, ended.
Defensive prowess of Robinson just checked back in. He's playing with 3. The man guarded by Iguodala with some help. Bad pass.
That's
Barnes
bad pass, turnover.
brings to the front court. Here's Curry for 3. Yes!
Bad pass, he in the post. Trying to see if there's anything else I could catch. But yeah, bad pass out the post, he come down here to 3. That was up 3. That was a huge turnover.
And the game is tied at 99. Timeout, Oklahoma City. In the overtime.
And when you play on a team and it's a big 2 like it is here in Golden State, Thompson shooting got Curry back in it. He saw that. That got him excited.
Westbrook is off.
Bad shot by Russ.
Rebound and stepped out.
Into attack.
12 on the shot clock. Game tied at 99. Durant stripped.
Try to stay. He was in that high key post. Like I said, bro, it was a lot of times like whether he was getting caught up or it just wasn't working. But that he loved that shit for some reason. He loved these like try to establish this area and right here. It was efficient Sun games, but I didn't love it from him.
Clock. Game tied at 99. Durant stripped by Iguodala, who dove for it. Try to come up with a save. What a play by Andre Iguodala.
My thing is how people try to blame Russ.
7 on the shot clock. Durant
Hell nah.
had trouble entangling from Barnes and takes the shot.
That's
And it's
3 straight possessions, always in KD hands.
off the loose ball. Thunder by 2. As we approach 2 minutes remaining in the fourth.
45 second chance points for OKC.
Iguodala has tied the game at 101. The Warriors trying to extend to a game 7 on
See
Monday.
KD, look. See KD try to establish that post. There's 11 seconds off the clock. Why we walking? Why we being so lack of intensity? Now you want Russ. This will happen. It's 12 seconds and it came off the shot clock. Just watch KD. And then Russ, you want him to still pass you the ball.
The Warriors trying to extend to a game 7.
Maybe that's coaching, but I don't like that.
The Thunder hoping to wrap it up here tonight and move on to the NBA Finals for the first time since 2012. Westbrook stumbling, lost it.
That was horrible. That was horrible. So yeah, it was a mix of both right there. But it's just in the key moments, they weren't getting to their bags.
And it is Iguodala. Thompson fires for 3. Yes. Golden State by 3.
This possession was it right here. Why are we walking down? I don't know if this coaching, is this out of a timeout? Like, bro, what is going on? KD walking down the court. Russ walking down the court. He playing in the paint. KD playing in the paint. 11 seconds now. Get to the three-pointer. But Clay really right there, so it ain't a great pass. That was just a horrible possession. Wasted possession. Splash.
Golden State by 3.
And we gave this shit up, bro.
Like that.
Game 6 Clay was born.
Has momentum on their side.
A minute 25 to go. Durant for
Bad shot.
And here comes
Didn't need that, bro. We didn't need that. This man's 6'10", bro. Get to the fucking paint! So I'm like, bro, this is not Kobe, bro. He's not on that level of Kobe, bro. I'm sorry.
Has momentum on their side.
Now you take a shot with 15 seconds. That's forced. It's not open. If it was open, I'm all for it. It's not open. Iguodala's closing out, and you're not even close to putting your shot up, bro. No effort to get a pick. No effort to get to the basket. Like looking like Michael Porter Jr. out there.
a minute 25 to go. Durant
Looking like Michael Porter Jr.
And here comes Golden State. This crowd is shocked.
I think the players are as well. They're taking bad shots, trying to just get back in on one play.
Russ tied to the bench.
Right now, paying off.
That's really what they probably walking for.
Curry with the drive.
Pass that.
Had it knocked off his foot. Curry 6 of 13. Golden State has 10 field goals this quarter. 8 of them have been
Was that a turnover?
3-pointers.
That was a bad turnover.
Go. Warriors by 3. And no hurry as they set up. Thompson. Rebound Durant. And he lost it.
Who fault this is?
Rebound Durant.
Who fault that is? SKD fault right there. You gotta look. Whenever you get a rebound, he didn't even clear to see who was on either side of him, bro. That's just for the rebound. Then you also pass it.
And he lost it. Thompson. Rebound Durant. And he lost it. Try to whip it ahead. Half-minute left.
Bro, the fans are going crazy.
15 on the shot clock. Oklahoma City does have a foul to give. Curry works it down. 5 on the 24. Makes a move on Ibaka. Banks it home.
Cooked him. Well, yeah, it was turnovers from Russ and KD, but KD being a leader, I think he might have had 4 or 5 bad possessions. Russ would have had like 3. Both of them shared a bad possession together, so it wasn't good for neither one of them. But when you talk about KD versus Kobe, bro, I just think it's a different comparison. And if we could throw Kawhi Leonard in there too. Let's see. Trying to think of 10 minutes of destroying. I don't really want to watch that. I just think I'm not really sure on this tape, the KD versus Kawhi, who's better. like a more skilled player. Wait, defense, you got to give it to Kawhi. Offense, though, I don't think people be wanting to give Kawhi his love, bro. But he can do everything KD can do. He could shoot the three. He could get to the basket. And he gonna get to the basket. He gonna post up. Like, I just feel like, I honestly, bro, I think Kawhi IQ is up there with, like, Kobe, bro, on how he can attack the game, bro. Like, defense alone, we know he, hands down, extremely better than KD. Extremely better than KD. Is that enough to kind of boost him when you talk about? Let's look at this. This NBA, it's smart highlights. I hopefully I don't get banned. We're doing some testing. We still live. See what works. See what don't.
Handled by Lopez. Raptors up by a point.
Gotta be Giannis now. Make it play.
Brogdon is swinging it. Here's Hill on the drive. And back comes Lowry. 4.5 remaining in the fourth. Lowry with a nice move. And he scored. Little hesitation by Kyle Lowry. And the Raptors lead by 3. Middleton. 15 on the shot clock.
I want to see Kawhi on offense for real.
Kumbo played by Gasol, goes right at him. The shot is missed, but Lopez is right there. A hard shot by Giannis that went off glass.
The East was competitive as hell this year.
Lopez 5 quick points since that timeout.
Look at that patience, bro. Like,
Gasol open for 3.
you can't stop him from getting to his spots. That's what it is. You cannot stop Kawhi Leonard from getting to his spots. KD, you can. KD, you can. And that's the difference. That's the difference. They both is efficient as fuck. I've just watched it. That one little clip. He didn't even shoot the ball. But how he got in that paint with taking his time, bro. Like, he do that all the time whether he want to find his shot or where he want to pass it. And that's the difference. You can, if you front KD enough, he gonna jack up some middies. You can rip him. Shit like that. If you play defense early on KD, you can get rid of a lot of that efficiency. And he start getting a little quiet. Like, he don't get as aggressive no more. Like, KD is perfect with the fast-paced offense. You lose him. That's why he was so perfect with the Warriors. Niggas trying to double-team Clay. Niggas trying to double-team Steph. KD, open lane, dunk. Open lane, 3. Like, just do whatever you want. But when you got time to, we're going to focus on KD and make sure he ain't, that's the difference. But Kawhi, you can't really do that too. Kawhi going to get to that basket. Kawhi going to get to his spots no matter you saying double teams, no matter what.
Only his third shot. He has hit 2 or 3 both from downtown.
But who made the play? Kawhi Leonard.
Brogdon. There's Lopez on the layup. Lopez has played well. He now has 14 points, 9 rebounds.
He's going into that trick bag of game 1. Might have got away with a trail.
Lopez with 9. And the Raptors with the ball and a 2-point lead. Here's Leonard on the drive. They flip it out. Lowry finds Leonard for 3. Yes! He got.
And bro, it just, that took my string down already. Fuck! I was trying to get it off, man. They don't let you do nothing on YouTube, bro. I gotta go to Twitch. Fuck. Them niggas do not play, bro.